regime leader Trump coming out with some really, well, I should say, with some more additional stupid comments about the threat that mail in voting poses to our democracy. It's just fucking ridiculous. And again, voter suppression has been a huge part of the Republican, of the conservatives' playbook for a while because they want to suppress the vote as much as possible because they believe that by doing so, it'll increase their chances of, being elected, reelected, staying in power, and unfortunately, a lot of people in public office, that's really all they care about. Trump being one of them, obviously. So, another example of that. President Donald Trump on Monday launched a baseless attack on mail in voting that critics charge as part of an effort to preemptively delegitimize the results of the 2020 election as his poll numbers continue to slide. Because of mail in ballots, 2020 would be the most rigged election in our nation's history unless the stupidity is ended, Trump tweeted Monday morning. We voted during the Cold War. We voted during World War One and World War Two with no problem. But now they are using COVID in order to cheat by using mail-ins! Exclamation point. I mean, what? It's just such a fucking ridiculous false equivalency. World War One and World War Two, there was not a pandemic going on. Um, I guess maybe during the timeline of World War One, maybe the Spanish flu was going on then, and if so, they should have had mail-in ballots then as well. And World War Two for sure. That's a little bit different because going to vote in person, then you weren't risking contracting a potentially deadly fucking virus that could kill you, or you could contract it and give it to the people that you live with, like your kids, your family. They could get really sick or die. You sick little fucker. Trump's tweet followed an earlier all caps outburst in which the president warned without providing a shred of evidence that millions of mail in ballots would be printed by foreign countries and others. It'll be a scandal of our times, Trump tweeted. What? I mean, Jesus Christ. Many states across the U.S. have been using mail in ballots for years, sometimes decades. I live in Washington State. I believe we've had mail-in voting since, let's say, at least 2012, maybe more. No issues. The ballot comes in your mailbox. You take it from your mailbox, you open it up, fill it out, voting for you, supporting this measure, initiative, whatever. Seal it up in the envelope. You put it back in your mailbox. Pretty fucking simple and a lot safer, obviously, than forcing people to go vote in person during a pandemic. And so obviously, again, that's what Trump wants. He wants to make people go vote in person because he thinks that will lower turnout and help his reelection chances. It has nothing to do with election security or anything like that. And if you believe otherwise, I have a nice bridge, a nice bridge I would like to sell you because I mean, Jesus Christ. In a separate tweet just minutes earlier, the president cited Attorney General William Barr, fascist. He's total chode as well. Barr's evidence-free claim during a Fox News interview Sunday that mail-in voting absolutely opened the floodgates to fraud. There's those things are delivered in a mailbox, as Barr said. They can be taken out. Walter Shaw, former director of the Office of Government Ethics, warned the president is laying the groundwork for an election challenge with his attacks on mail-in voting. Barr's corrupt enough to help him do it, said Shaw. I agree with that. He has no morals or ethics, and just pretty repulsive, disgusting figure, in my opinion. That's what the House must impeach Barr. Even if the Senate won't convict, it puts down a historical marker that this is not okay and creates a factual record exposing Barr's corruption. And then you also have, the reporting that Trump basically told Barr to fire this federal judge and just all kinds of shady shit going on with Barr and Trump. Dartmouth College political scientist Professor Brendan Nyan echoed Shaw, calling Trump's tweets a systematic assault on the legitimacy of our elections. elections have been held during wars and pandemics, Naya said, but never with the president attacking the result of the election before it happened. That's pretty out there, isn't it? Advocacy groups and election experts say nationwide mail-in voting is the only way to safely hold the November election amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Again, it's such, the fucking 6 or 7-year-old, you could explain this to them and they would understand it. And again, Trump's only going against mail-in voting because he thinks higher voter turnout, having the ballots sent to people's, houses, PO boxes, mailboxes, whatever, is going to hurt his chances. It has nothing to do with the sanctity or safety of the election process. It's a bunch of bullshit. In an interview with Political last Friday, Trump openly admitted that he views mail-in voting as a grave threat to his re-election prospects. My biggest risk is that we don't win lawsuits, Trump said, referring to the Republican Party's multi-million-dollar legal effort to block expansion of absentee voting. We have many lawsuits going all over, and if we don't win those lawsuits, I think it puts the election at risk. Fearing that Trump would refuse to leave office if he loses re-election in November, advocacy groups Stand Up America and Indivisible are preparing to mobilize millions of people to ensure that election results are protected. Trump has no respect for the rule of law, and we have no reason to believe he will leave willingly after losing re-election, Ezra Levin, co-founder and co-executive director of Indivisible, said in a statement earlier this month. Preparing for the possibility of Trump refusing to concede isn't just reasonable, it's the responsible thing to do. Pretty nuts though, right? That Biden again isn't much better. I live in a safely blue state. I'm not voting for either of them, but yeah, I don't know. Trump is definitely worse than Biden in a lot of ways, and all the polling, I think that's why he's really coming out against this now, is because all the polling is showing that it ain't looking too good for the orange clowns re-election chances. Let's see. And then even Trump votes by mail himself. So should we invalidate his ballot because it could have been tampered with or had a foreign government mess with it or something, or tamper with it? It's like, Jesus Christ. So this is from The Hill. What is this? Trump's 2020 path gets steeper. Don't necessarily want to watch it. But let's see what it says. Or is it just, I guess it's just a video. Okay, so let's check it out. We're here anyways. Here we go. Don't want to hear that stupid ad, so I'm going to keep it on mute until it's done. Pause it, and we'll turn the volume on.
President Trump's path to re-election is getting steeper and steeper.
It's from The
The
Hill.
coronavirus, the economic devastation it has caused, and a spate of street protests amid racial strife have all taken their toll on a president whose approval ratings were mediocre to begin with. Supporters of the president and Trump himself harken back to 2016, where he defied opinion polls to defeat Democrat Hillary Clinton. But that victory does not necessarily mean Trump is immune to the laws of political gravity.
All right, well, that was kind of just, speculation, but yeah, all the polls I've seen have shown that Trump, it ain't looking too good for Mr. Trump, even on Fox News polls. So we will see. Peace. Much love.